welcome. We cut through the noise to get you the real story, the facts you need.
That's the goal.
And today, we're diving into something really vibrant. The Ashenda festival in Ethiopia.
It's quite something.
Yeah. By the end of this, you'll really have a feel for the tradition, the history, the community spirit behind it all.
You really will.
So let's get into it. To really get Ashenda, you kind of have to picture it, right?
Absolutely.
Imagine it's late August. You're in the northern highlands of Ethiopia, maybe Tigray specifically. The rainy season's just finished, so everything's incredibly green. The air feels, fresh.
Crisp, yeah. And there's this anticipation in the air. You feel it.
And the visuals.
Oh, the visuals are stunning. You see young women, girls everywhere, and they're dressed in these brilliant white traditional dresses, the habesha kemis.
Right, the ones with the embroidery.
Exactly. Beautiful, colorful, hand-woven embroidery. It's really eye-catching.
And the sounds.
Oh, the soundscape is amazing. You've got the kebro drums, those big traditional drums, giving this deep beat that just echoes. And then layered on that, you have singing, clapping, just constant laughter. It really fills the streets.
So these groups of girls, they go house to house singing.
Yeah, that's a core part of it. They move in groups, singing traditional songs.
And people just welcome them.
Oh, absolutely. People come out, they greet them warmly. They might offer, a little money, some food, maybe small gifts.
Do they join in?
Often, yeah. They might start clapping along, even dancing a bit right there. It's very spontaneous.
So that's Ashenda. It really sounds like beauty, music, community, all wrapped up together.
That sums it up pretty well. It permeates everything.
Okay, so we have this vivid picture, but where does it all come from? What are the deeper roots, the meaning behind it all?
Right, because it's definitely fun, but it's not just about fun. It's really anchored in faith, in history. The timing is crucial. It happens right after Filseta. That's the 2-week fast in the Ethiopian Orthodox Church.
Okay, I've heard of that. It honors the Virgin Mary.
Exactly, the Assumption of Mary. So Ashenda, coming right after that period of solemnity and fasting, becomes this big celebration.
And celebration of women.
Of women, largely, of purity and, the significant role Mary plays in the faith. It's like moving from austerity to joy.
Especially for the young women, though.
Especially for them, yes. If they've observed the fast, this is their time to really express that joy publicly. It sort of elevates femininity, connects it to that reverence for Mary.
That makes sense. And the name Ashenda, I read that's interesting too.
It is. It comes from this tall grass, literally called Ashenda grass, that grows there.
And the girls wear it.
Yeah, they make bunches of it and wear it around their waists, almost like a green skirt over their white dresses.
Wow, another layer of tradition.
Adds to the whole visual, doesn't it?
Definitely. Okay, so we understand the roots, the connection to faith. Let's talk about the actual activities. What happens during the festival? What does it look like day to day?
Well, it's mainly led by the girls and young women, which is key. But like we said, the whole community gets swept up in it.
Right.
You see these groups of girls forming circles, singing traditional songs.
What kind of songs?
All sorts. Some are really funny, maybe, like playfully teasing people in the crowd or asking for gifts. Others might be praise songs, thanking people who were generous. I remember reading about lyrics that kind of gently poke fun if someone's a bit stingy.
Huh, really? Keeps it light.
Exactly. It's very interactive, very lighthearted.
And the music, the kebro drum is central, you said.
Absolutely central. It sets the rhythm, that infectious beat. And sometimes, you might hear a car.
The string instrument?
Yeah, the traditional lyre. It adds this lovely melodic layer sometimes.
So they go house to house with this music, spreading joy.
Pretty much. And they receive small gifts in return, maybe some bread, dabo, or coins, snacks, just small tokens.
And it's not just one day.
Oh, no, definitely not. In some areas, it can go on for, a week.
A whole week? Wow.
Yeah, the streets are just alive with music and dancing pretty much from morning till sunset. It's hard not to get caught up in it.
It sounds incredibly immersive.
Yeah.
So we've got the sights, the sounds, but digging deeper, what about the symbolism? The cultural weight it carries.
That's where it gets really interesting, I think.
You mentioned it's led by girls. Is that freedom, the focus on them? Does that ever clash with keeping old traditions alive, or do they work together?
That's a great point. And what's fascinating about Ashenda is how it specifically creates this space for female expression, female agency.
How so?
Well, in many traditional settings, maybe young women's roles in public are a bit more restricted, but Ashenda just flips that.
Okay.
It's this accepted, even celebrated time when girls are encouraged to be out front, leading the songs, the dances, expressing this, well, unrestrained joy.
It's sanctioned freedom, in a way.
Exactly. And historically, it seems it was also a time for them to, show their confidence, their creativity, maybe even early leadership skills within the community. It's quite powerful.
And that freedom, using the traditional songs and dances, actually reinforces the culture.
Precisely. It doesn't conflict, it strengthens it. They're embodying the tradition through their expression.
That is powerful. And it feels so important for just keeping traditions going, doesn't it?
Absolutely. In a world changing so fast, so much going digital, festivals like this are, well, living heritage. The songs, the dances, the clothes, it's all passed down generation to generation actively. It shows how resilient these cultural practices can be.
And it's not just Tigray, right? You mentioned other places.
Right. While it's probably most famous in Tigray, you see similar festivals in parts of Amhara and also among Eritrean communities.
With their own variations.
Yeah, each place adds its own local flavor, its own specific songs or nuances, which is great. It enriches the whole thing.
And underlines that the core themes, joy, music, togetherness, they're pretty universal.
Exactly. They connect people across different communities.
Thinking about the personal side, for someone who grew up celebrating Ashenda, it must hold so many memories.
Oh, undoubtedly. You can imagine the nostalgia, right? Remembering dressing up in your best clothes, getting together with your friends.
Being the center of attention for a week.
Yeah. Being celebrated, being the focus of all that joy. Those must be really cherished memories.
And that personal connection is now spreading globally.
It really is. It's actually become quite a significant way for the diaspora to connect.
How does that work?
Well, you see Ethiopian communities abroad in places like Washington, D.C., London. Toronto is another big one. They organize their own Ashenda events.
Wow. Recreating it there.
Yeah, and they're not just small gatherings. They're often quite large, vibrant events trying to capture that same energy. It becomes this really important cultural anchor.
Keeping the connection alive for younger generations.
Exactly. Imagine kids growing up in, say, London, learning the same songs their grandparents sang back in Tigray. It connects them to their roots, their heritage, even if they've never been to Ethiopia.
It's like building a cultural bridge.
That's a good way to put it, a bridge across continents and generations.
So wrapping this up, Ashenda feels like this incredible blend. It's faith meeting fun, tradition meeting self-expression, and streets just exploding with music, color, laughter. It really speaks to joy, unity, and this deep pride in heritage.
It really does. And it makes you think, doesn't it, about the power of these kinds of celebrations.
How so?
Well, just how culture expressed like this can connect people across time, across geography, and, the importance for all of us maybe in valuing and sharing these diverse cultural expressions. There's real beauty in that ongoing connection.